In a matter of hours, New York, New Jersey Stadium will turn into the center of the sports universe. But while Spain and Argentina are squaring off on the pitch and billions watch around the globe, including President Trump, who's expected in the stands, there will also be plenty of eyes in the skies. Pilots from NORAD's 177th Fighter Wing are ready to enforce multiple temporary flight restrictions, or TFRs, about a 30-mile radius around the stadium on game day.
Whenever they choose to scramble us, we get up in the air as quick as we can, and it's an escalation of force. We're not trying to go to the max force that there is, so we're going to try to use the minimal amount that's required for the situation.
In the days leading up to the event, Captain Mariah Waters, Major Patrick Schiffer, and a whole team at the Atlantic City Air National Guard Base simulate what would happen if an aircraft enters a no-fly zone. From the split-second gearing up to oxygen masks to launching F-16 fighter jets in a matter of minutes. It only comes after a plane has ignored or missed a notice not to enter restricted space set up by the FAA.
ATC will usually attempt to communicate with them prior. If that fails and they end up violating the actual airspace, the TFR itself, typically we're going to have assets airborne.
With a bird's eye view from inside the jets, the pair walks us through what comes next, flying right next to a rogue plane and rocking their wings up and down.
You're sort of like, hey, what's up? Like, what's going on here? Can you explain that?
Our overall goal is to get their attention. We'll roll up on their wing and try to get visual with them, try to get them to see us.
And if that doesn't work, something called a headbutt ensues, where the F-16 crosses the nose of the plane and even fires off flares.
If they don't respond, like you said, if we look back and they're not moving their aircraft, then yeah, we might have to cross their nose and headbutt them to the direction.
First intercepted 1400.
If I cross directly in front of you, you're going to see me a lot quicker than maybe you would by your side.
Recently, it's been hard to see much of anything with all the smoke from Canadian wildfires hanging in the air. And even though conditions kept our Cessna from taking part in the simulation, NORAD is ready to act at any time.
The F-16s, how equipped are they to be able to carry out TFR enforcements, regardless of whether there's wildfire smoke in the air or not?
Pretty capable. The smoke doesn't really affect us too much with the F-16 here. It's a day-night, all-weather capable fighter and a great platform to go execute.
The military command, which protects aerospace for the U.S. and Canada, has had several intercepts in recent weeks, though NORAD says they're uncommon and usually because pilots aren't aware of their surroundings. Still, with so much riding on the line, units are prepared for any circumstance.
We have all the way up to taking lethal shots, but that's the last bound of the escalation of force, and we're going to do as much as we can before that.
Hoping to keep the only strikes to those happening on the pitch Sunday.
Yeah, so Sam joins us now. And Sam, there are some major airports in the New York City area. Does this no-fly zone impact commercial flights over the weekend?
It is such an important distinction to make, Tom. The idea that TFRs are effective for general aviation and for drones, not for commercial flights. And we draw that distinction knowing when you think about 30 nautical miles away from East Rutherford, New Jersey, the first thing that probably comes to mind is Newark Airport. So if you are flying to New Jersey through Newark on Sunday, it's not like you won't be able to take your flight simply because there's a TFR in place for several hours. But there are many regional airports nearby as well, from Teterboro to Linden. If it's executive travel that you're talking about or general aviation, yes, there could be definitely an impact if you're trying to get through during those windows. It's also worth noting, Tom, the air quality that has come up time and time again. I know you've done some reporting on this today as well. There's concern from the White House. They say that they are tracking possible contingencies should this thick Canadian wildfire smoke still be hanging in the air. That could look something like more hydration breaks, potentially masks for fans. They really didn't specify. But as of now, the hope is that some of the rain and thunderstorms that are coming in tomorrow will clear that out, and the conditions should be good by Sunday, but we're going to have to wait and see.
Yep, we'll be watching. Sam, thanks very much.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.